Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Majestic Films. This is actually my gaming page, but I had previously put out a dating video on this exact channel, and I got a lot of requests to do a part two. So this is kind of a follow-up of about dating, people, circumstances, and just how it is out here in Las Vegas, just in case you're thinking about moving here, visiting XYZ. So I'm gonna get right into it. Dating here, if you've done a little bit of research, it's true what you read online. This is the worst, if not one of the worst places to date. Why? Because it's just very fast paced. The mindset here, people are always looking to build and look for things that's beneficial for them. Who's the most beneficial for them, and they go from person to person. Versus just if you come across somebody that you have chemistry with and you bond with, and then you connect and you build. People don't really believe in it. They don't have that type of mindset here. That's just not how it works here. So that's just definitely something to keep in mind. My advice to anyone that's thinking about moving here, I'm gonna give you a couple options. One, you come here with somebody that you already know and you're already in a relationship. Two, date people that's not from here. So look for people that's not from California or Vegas. Utah people are okay. Colorado people are okay. Arizona people are okay. They have some traits of Vegas and California, but they aren't as connected as the far West Coast. So that's the best advice I can give you. I mean, like, these people here, they just don't understand what bonding means, what caring means. They know of what it means, but they just don't have those characteristics within themselves. You see what I'm saying? So that was something that I had to figure out, and it took a while, and it was just a culture shock for me because where I'm from, I'm originally from Cincinnati, Ohio, Southern Ohio. And there, we take our time to get to know who you are. If there's issues within a relationship or a friendship, we'll let you know. We just don't disappear. That's something that happens here a lot. They flake. They call it's called flaking and ghosting. I think that's pretty popular now, right? So when I moved here about 10 years ago, I didn't even know what it was. And I was asking people around, like, "Hey, man, I was talking to this girl. Everything was cool, it was smooth, and next thing you know, she just disappeared, man." They was like, "Oh, she ghosted you?" I was like, "What you talking about?" They was like, "Oh, she ghosted you, bro. That's normal." I said, "What you mean?" They say, "That's just how it works here. Like, if somebody don't like you, or they got another situation, or they found something better, they just disappear, and they don't give you no rhyme and reason." So that was the part that really threw me for a loop, and was just like a culture shock. I was like, "But what happened to communication? Like, hey, or at least giving a person a chance. Like, they just see one thing wrong with you, they gone." You know what I'm saying? So that's why I say try to date someone. Like, for me, for an example, my first relationship was someone from Alaska. My second relationship was someone from Europe, Romania. So it don't have to be that drastic, but it was this. And I got into another, I guess you could say, situationship with somebody from Philly. So it was never, every time I got into a relationship with something more meaningful, it was never from someone that's from here. So those are your options there, because I promise you, you will come here, you will talk to these people here on this coast, and it's going to zone you out. You're going to be confused, you're going to get very upset, you're going to be complaining all the time, and you're not going to understand. I'm telling you right now, that's just how people are here. They just don't have that mentality to connect. And all the guys that's watching, it's not like this in all portions of Las Vegas, Nevada, but masculinity here is frowned upon. A lot of women here want to be the guys. As you know, that's kind of like around the globe now. Like, women are kind of like, I don't want to say they're taking over, but the balance is changing. A lot of women want to act like guys, and a lot of guys are acting like females. Tight jeans, the masculinity levels drop, and that's what turned my Romanian relationship. That's what turned her on. So she dated a lot of guys, because this chick, she had a PhD or whatever. So she was used to dating guys, high class, a lot of money. But she said the one thing that she could not find that she found within me was the level of masculinity. She felt protected around me, she just didn't get that around those guys. She just felt like when she was out and about, somebody wanted to step up and attack them, they wouldn't be to protect her. It's just, even just around the house, like, she can easily step on their chest and just walk on them, say what they want to say, what she wants to say, and she'll get away with it. You know what I'm saying? Not to say she wants somebody to knock upside her head, but she just didn't feel that level of masculinity. So on average, if you watch this video you come here and go, oh, dude don't know what he's talking about, bro. So my experiences come not just from me, but it comes from other people that I'm around. I ask coworkers, I ask other people that are not from here, what's their experiences like, what they think, how they feel, and they all pretty much reconcile with me. They all agree with me and say, yeah, like you on point, bro. Like you hit the nail on the head. You know what I mean? So, masculinity is frowned upon. They fear it. It's almost like in their mind they're thinking, I want to be top dog. I want to wear the draws. Yeah, I want you to be a man, but I want to run you. Yet I want you to protect me, but don't raise your voice. Don't stick your chest out. Don't be a man, but be a man. It's like, you know what I mean? So that's something also to watch out for. So like I said, masculinity is frowned upon. They fear it. They will steer away from you. They will never give you a chance. They will run the opposite way from you. So another subject I want to touch on is the will to change. Because I'm telling you right now, you move here and you're not willing to adapt and change, you will be very, very, I want to say miserable, but you won't be happy. You'll be very unhappy. And every time you come across somebody, whether if it's in person, on a dating app, what have you, the main topic of conversation is going to be how you feel about people here and how people are zoning you out and how the whole vibe is not right and the culture is not. So I'm telling you now, if you're not willing to adapt to how people are here, it may not work for you. If you're an introvert, you may be able to get away with it. See, I'm introverted. I'm kind of a hybrid. I don't mind going out, hanging out, doing the damn thing. But most of the time I'm in the house, I'm taking care of business. I go to work, I do what I have to do. But if you're an extrovert, you like to get out, you like to be around people, you like to be the center, you like to hang out and do your thing, you have to be willing to change and adapt in some kind of ways. So these people here, they're very, very easy to come by. They're very easy to conversate with, but the bond, that general bondship is never going to be there. So you can casually just walk up to almost anybody out here and just start talking, all their business rather. I'm like, well, damn, what they told you in 5 minutes, it would take me 5 months to tell what they told. Oh, I'm dealing with this, my money issues, this person in my family got sick, oh, I had this STD, STD, it's just so much random stuff it's so much personal things that they'll tell you, and it'll just blow your top off. You have to go find it. You be like, well, damn, I wasn't expecting all that. They'll tell you their life story, but in the same breath, the very next day they'll walk past you like they don't even see you. It's the most random thing. So like at my gig, I'll talk to somebody or I'll overhear them talking to someone else about some stuff, and then the very next day they just act like they don't even know each other. It's very, very, very different here. Like, you guys really need to understand what you're getting into when you move here. It's not what you think it is, but it's exactly what you think it is. You come here, this is the entertainment capital of the world. There's no place in the world that has more entertainment than Las Vegas, Nevada. But in the same breath, when it comes to bonding, friendship, dating, you can hang it up in the closet, close the door, because you're just not gonna get it. Like I said, it has to, either you get extremely lucky, or you come out here with people that you already know, which is the best option, because you're gonna need some real ones. Real ones here don't exist. Like I said before, it's like wet toilet paper tissue. Like, these people are you do this and you tear their ass in half. They just don't believe, like, your neighbors ain't gonna speak to you. I've been living, my neighbors right over here. I think they've been over there 9-10 months. Maybe twice, the guy had said something to me like, "Hey, what's going on, man?" That's just not what they do. So if you get robbed, you ain't gonna get no information. I will say with crime here, at least in the areas that I've lived in, I lived in Old Henderson, New Henderson, Late Las Vegas, and I lived in, I guess you could call it Central Vegas, because it was Tropicana and Pecos, so you had to look that up. I don't really know how to explain that to you, but I didn't have issues with, how can I put out, it's because it's crime, but it's not crime. Like, it's a lot more safer here than other places that I've been, like in Texas, Ohio, Indiana, Chicago. Like, it's pretty safe out here. But at the same time, people are fraud. That's more so what you have to worry about. You have to worry about the scammers and frauds, like people coming up to you with these amazing deals for stuff, and all they really want to do is get your information so they can fraud you out. So just be very, very careful of that. And you would have a lot of people trying to break into your cars overnight, but I've never had anybody try to approach me and rob me, try me and try to fight me. Granted, I know I'm in shape, but this is like experiences that I get from people as well. So that's something that you don't really have to worry about, but you definitely want to make sure you lock up your car, set your alarm, don't leave nothing in there. That's expensive. I mean, it's kind of common sense, you know what I'm saying? When it comes to friendship, here, you can look for it, you can try, maybe you may get lucky, but it's just not something that is prominent here. It's not something that is guaranteed in no way, no shape, no form. These are some of the fakest people that I've ever been around my entire life. But the opportunities, the places you can go, all the type of fun that you can have. It's a lot of open space. And that's what kept me here. It was an upgrade across all levels for me when I left from Ohio. Well, why don't you go back then? If you don't like this, you don't like. It's a huge downgrade me going back home. I love my family. I miss my family. And certain things there, like more cultural things. You know, when Thanksgiving comes around and the family cooks, the family reunions and things like that. I miss all of that. But when I tally it up at the end of the day, like the scale is like this. It's huge. It's a huge difference in terms of what's working for me here and what was working for me there. So this one's a random one. I'm gonna talk a little bit about pedestrians. Yeah, pedestrians. So when you're driving out here, when I tell you these people seem to not care about their lives, like they just don't seem to care about it, because they will not look. They will casually walk out in front of you, whether if you're doing 15, 25, 35 miles an hour. It's almost like they're daring you to hit them. And since I've been here for 10 years, I've been here since 2014, so almost 10 years. This is when I first moved here. I was so outraged about it that I've gotten out the car a couple times and like yelled at a couple people. But the longer that I lived here, it was always a problem. Then I ask other people, like, man, why people? Oh, that's just what they do. That's just what they do. That's just what they do. And I'm like, well, damn, I just, these are grown people. It don't matter if they're teenagers, young adults, full adults, older people. They will just walk out in front of you. And keep in mind, it's a transit city, so it's a lot of people that live here now that aren't from here. So you will have people that will look. But on average, I can get it almost every day. Somebody will just casually walk out while you're driving and they will not look. At least like get eye contact with the driver, make sure the driver sees you. They don't do that. They don't do. I'm telling you guys, it's different out here. So just be very, very careful. Only how I can really explain it is because I'm a thinker. Is that when you go on the Las Vegas Strip, that's the only time where it's acceptable to me in my mind that, okay, somebody's casually walking out in front of me, because there's huge crowds. It's people out here visiting, tourists, and there's like crowds and crowds of people that just cross the street at the same time. They'll cross on reds. But I feel like they took that mentality from the Strip and they applied it all through the damn state. So now that it's state, they on the Strip the whole time. Like, no, where I live, it's a nice, quiet neighborhood. Nobody bothers me. There's no partying going on. But they'll have that same Strip mentality way over here, 20 miles away from the Strip. And that's not how it works. Like, if you walk out into the street, you need to look both ways and you need to get eye contact with that driver to make sure that they see you. If you're going to pass, usually me, I'll get eye contact, I'll stop and let them go. Unless they flag me, hey man, it's cool, go ahead, go. Go bro, you good, go live, go, So, definitely be wary of the pedestrian problem out here. The level, or say the amount of deaths from traffic, pedestrians, however you want to put it, civilians being struck by traffic is high. Google it, check it out. So that's something to worry about too. So to wrap up this video, I kind of covered it already, but it's friendship. So somebody out here can know of you for 2 or 3 days, and they will scream and go up and down and raving about you being their best friend. And I'm looking like, huh? You don't even know me. Like, it ain't even been 40 hours. How am I your best friend or your bestie or your best boy or your homie or your bro or your cook? You don't know me. Here, people will gravitate to you extremely fast, but just as fast as they gravitate to you, they will fall back and retreat from you. All it takes is one thing. One thing, that's all it takes. And it's just, so say if you start a job, you at Starbucks, the mall, post office, wherever you may work at. So especially if they're from this coast, I'm not speaking about other places. From my experience, this is how the West Coast operates. Somebody will just casually walk up to you. They like your perception and just go, "Hey, what's up, man? Oh, what's up, girl?" And they just start talking. You know, they'll maybe complain about something, have a comment about something. "Oh, I like your shoes," which ain't nothing wrong with that. "Oh, I like your shoes." But the next thing you know, they'll just start talking about whatever else. But then, like I said earlier in the video, they'll give you their whole life story in 5 minutes. Like, "Damn, why she tell me about her dad cheating on her mom, and why she tell me about her son, beating up some." Oh, it'll just be some random stuff that they'll tell you, like, because usually where I'm from, we take it very, very slow. Like, I got to know how you move. I got to know how you think, how you operate before I just start overly expressing myself to you and giving myself to you, my information, what I'm about and what I'm trying to achieve, my goals and things like that. Like here, they would just blah, 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 blah. They just give you everything right away. This is like, damn, like, slow down. I don't know you. And then in the same breath, they'll claim you. They'll put a claim on you. "Oh, that's my boy right there." Like the other day, I had a coworker, some security guard started working at the job within 2 days. "Yeah, that's my bro right there. That's my, I don't want to say what I really want to say, but that's my guy right there. Yeah, that's the homie. He was raving about it like he knew this dude for years." I'm like, "Bro, you know this dude for 48 hours, bro. How you claiming that fast?" Like, it just ain't make sense. So that's really the difference. On the East Coast, South, North, at least in terms of, say, I know Midwest and East, it takes time to grow with somebody. It's like you plant the seed. You slowly watch that plant grow, and that bond will slowly connect naturally. You know what I'm saying? Here, it's just like right away. Hell with planting the seed. Hell with the dirt. Hell with the water. As soon as they see you, this is like, you the bro. What's up with it? Like, what's good? Like right away, it's like, damn, bro. Like, oh, you know what I'm saying? So that's something that was a culture shock to me. I didn't get used to, and it just didn't feel genuine to me. You know what I'm saying? So I'm always on the back foot. The big term that's used here is weird, being called weird. A lot of people think that I'm weird, and I think the same about them. It's because they can't read me, which I can actually be open and honest about that. Like, I am kind of hard to read because where I'm from, you can't show weakness. You always have to stand your ground. You got to be ready to fight. Might be have to be ready to stab. Might be have to be ready to shoot. You just don't know. So living like that for over 20 plus years, I've brought that mentality here, and I'm always just weary of how people really are. And it takes time for me to open up to people because some people I can connect with right away and talk to them, and they don't feel that I'm too standoffish or unreadable. And then a lot of people, they feel that way about me. They can't read me, and I'm fine with that. You know, I stand my ground, and I still have I carry those same principles, mannerisms, characteristics here. So, but yeah, so that's the advice that I can give you about dating, the personalities here, what they think about friendship, the pedestrians, how they are out in the street and things like that. But like I said, your best option is to come here with somebody that you know or you're already in a relationship with, and just make sure you just have a friend or a couple friends that move here with you, because I promise you it's going to be a culture shock. No matter how much you complain, how much you dislike it, nothing's going to change. That's how it is here. Like I said before, since I'm an introvert, I'm able to deal with it. I don't need a lot of people around me. Hell, I really don't have many people around me at all by choice. But if you're an extrovert or a hybrid or whatever the case may be, you like to get out, have fun, you definitely want to make sure you bring some solid people around you that you are comfortable with, and you know that ain't going to take that dagger out and jam it in your back, because that's all you got here. These people are some of the most phoniest, fraudest people I've ever met in my entire life. I really don't want much to do with them. You know, we just don't blend, we just don't connect, and it is what it is. I was sour about it at first because every time I go out, there's hundreds and hundreds of people around me, and I always feel like I feel like I'm there by myself because I know I won't be able to connect with 95% of them because they just ain't real, they ain't solid, they don't have that thing beating in their left chest. It's just not there. You know what I'm saying? Not to say that every single last person from California and Vegas are fake, because I've came across some half decent people, but it's so rare and it's so hard to find that you may just put that mindset, that judgment on that. It's like, man, ain't no real ones here. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna wrap up this video. If you guys got any questions, want to hear any more from me, chime in on the comments, let me know. Make sure you guys like, share, subscribe. There's a part 1. When this video goes off, I'll have it pop up so you can see it. I talk more deeper about dating in that first video. I cover some of the stuff that I covered in this video as well, but I go more into detail in that first video. So check it out, check me out. If you guys, the fellas or even the women, if you're into gaming, I do a lot of old school gaming. I post some new stuff, fighter games. I'm thinking about putting racing, but I put a lot of classic old school fighters on my channel. Check me out, Majestic Fams, over and out.